Oh man, I think I've seen both sides of it. For one, like being on a team with like Caitlin and knowing that some of the stuff and the wave that she created for like as where the game is and what she's been a part of, like as far as this process, I've seen so much of it. And so I think for me lately is the shift in moments in Indiana period, as far as like the arena where we started, and B was my vet, kinda, right?
Tensions are running high in the Indiana Fever locker room, and Kelsey Mitchell, one of the team's most respected voices, just delivered a scorching response to critics of Caitlin Clark. In a passionate new interview, Mitchell didn't just stand up for the rising rookie sensation. She dismantled the narrative that Clark's rapid ascent is a threat to the WNBA.
Alyssa Thomas is one of the most quiet, woman of few words, does not mince her words, lets her game speak for herself type of people you will ever meet. She's one of those people also that has an alter ego on the court. She's a bully, she plays hard, she plays well, but off the court, she is like so soft-spoken. So if she's choosing to speak, there is a reason. Let's talk about this Connecticut Sun series, right? In this series, we saw Caitlin Clark get poked in the eye. And Caitlin said in media after that, that was accidental, that was unintentional. But we saw reporters gaslighting that situation, trying to make more of it. Speaking to
The Spark? A pointed jab from ESPN analyst and former player Chani Agumike, who threw shade at the Fever and their fan base, mocking them for always being in everybody's business. But Kelsey Mitchell wasn't having it. With calm, laser-sharp precision, she fired back and made it clear the disrespect wouldn't go unchecked.
Does 20 wins or 500 mean anything specific to you?
Oh man, it's a big deal. I've never accomplished something personally like that. So, hats off to our group. Hats off to the season so far. I say so far because, I look forward to hopefully a really good run for us in the playoffs. So, I'm excited about the 20 wins. I'm grateful. I know where I started and I know where I'm at now. So
Mitchell didn't just respond. She exposed the hypocrisy, the jealousy, and the blatant disrespect surrounding Caitlin Clark's rise. This wasn't a clapback. It was a reckoning. The tension has been simmering for months. From media voices downplaying Clark's influence to seasoned players offering veiled digs at her success, it's clear the WNBA's old guard is struggling to embrace the fact that a rookie has become the face of the league.
that's just reality. I think she's done an unbelievable job of bringing, obviously her own fans and people that support her. But, for me, I kind of laugh at it and I embrace it at the same time because I've always kind of flew under the radar. I've always kind of been that person or that player, very conservative, very an introvert. So now I get to see the flip side of it. And it's kind of funny. I can laugh about it because I know it's come from a genuine place, but I embrace it from a standpoint of people not.
But Kelsey Mitchell, a 7-year veteran who's weathered the Fever's darkest seasons, isn't about to let the disrespect go unchecked. Her message was unmistakable. Caitlin Clark isn't just rewriting the game, she's forcing the league to confront its resistance to change. And if the old guard won't say out loud, Mitchell's making sure the silence is broken.
I was just looking it up, and I think this is right. I'll have to double check, but there were more than 5,000 people here tonight. I think that's the most people who watched the Fever game this season. And, Kelsey especially, having played for the Fever last season, it's not your rookie year. Does that feel different to you playing in front of 17,000, 18,000, 20,000 here tonight? I mean, it's one of the Wizards pretty good here now. So, how does that feel?
This goes beyond basketball. It's about legacy, respect, and the future of women's sports. When Kelsey Mitchell speaks, the league pays attention. She's not a fringe player tossing out hot takes from the sidelines. She's a battle-tested leader with the credibility to command the room.
So this is my State of the Union WNBA edition. Let's start with the play. For those who may be new to this, the WNBA has always been a physical league, full of competitive fire and trash talk. And on the full sequence of that play, no one backs down to trash talk. Now, I have played with Kennedy Carter. It was literally foul and something that she has struggled with her entire career. That was not okay. But one player's
She's a franchise icon, a relentless scorer, and now the voice of a movement. The real question, will the WNBA finally give Caitlin Clark the recognition she's earned, or will the gatekeepers keep acting like her impact is invisible? One thing certain, this war of words is just getting started. Buckle up.
I think there's just so much hate in the world right now. Everybody appreciating everybody for who they are and loving on one another. I think that's how I've always tried to go about my life and how I was raised. And I would say that's the biggest thing.
It's surprising to see in this social media all this hate and negativity about everything.
Don't miss a beat. Smash that like button. Share this video and subscribe for the realest WNBA takes out there. Kelsey Mitchell's interview wasn't just a response. It was a declaration of war against the toxic narratives clouding Caitlin Clark's rise. When asked about the growth of women's basketball, Mitchell didn't sugarcoat it. She spoke truth loud and clear.
I've been asked some questions about the NIL lately, about where the game is going lately. And I think for me, if I can give or drop any form of advice based off experience, is that all money is not good money. And I mean that literally. I've seen myself in situations where I had to figure out if I wanted to come back to Indy. I had to figure out what was best for me. I lost my parent. So it was like figuring out what I needed, and I figured out that you have to go where you're literally loved. And I mean that literally, and I mean that intentionally. Go where you're loved and not tolerated, because all money is not good.
She called it like it is, naming Caitlin Clark as the driving force behind the WNBA's explosive rise in popularity. In doing so, Mitchell openly contradicted the media's ongoing push to center the spotlight on team dynamics and historic franchises. The moment she said it, the air shifted. This wasn't just a compliment. It was a direct challenge to every critic still unwilling to acknowledge the seismic impact Clark has made on the game.
He is a big player in big moments. Mitchell, a tough shooter. So the free throw's no good, but Mitchell heats it home.
Clark pushing. Mitchell backdoor lays it in.
Chiny Agumike, sitting across from Mitchell, barely concealed her discomfort. Just moments before, she had tried to downplay the Fever's success with a backhanded remark about their fans being too involved. But Mitchell wasn't having it. She flipped the script, transforming what could have been a routine interview into a mic drop moment that left no doubt where she stood.
Everyone uses that, but at the same time, I feel like it's just lit. Like women's basketball, the game, how far it's come, the excitement, the attention. Maybe I'll start with you, Kels, because Lord Jesus, your team and their fans,
Jesus,
they be getting up in everybody's business. Starting with you, Kels, and then going to B and NECA. How have you guys experienced? Is there like a moment that you like think of when it comes to the explosion of the game and how it has changed?
Her tone remained calm, but her words hit like a sledgehammer. Caitlin Clark has played a pivotal role in the rise of women's basketball to NO qualifiers. No hedging, just undeniable facts. And in that moment, the entire narrative was forever changed.
Met one of the greatest people in the world, Caitlin Clark, who just ran the basketball world. So I think together we hope to make you guys proud. We hope to make you guys feel like you're a part of our success and our journey. And I'm here. Let's do this.
The fallout was immediate.
The fallout was swift. Social media exploded. Fans rallied behind Mitchell, while the usual media voices scrambled to twist her words. But here's the truth. Mitchell wasn't just speaking for herself.
Here she is again. No attacking Atkins.
Scores on Ezzy backdoor. Nice. Wheeler cross court. Mitchell's open. Mitchell on the attack. Gets inside and lays it.
She spoke for every player exhausted by the double standards, every fan fed up with the condescension, and every young athlete seeing Caitlin Clark as living proof that women's basketball can be a mainstream powerhouse. This wasn't just an interview. It was a turning point.
You've been, just especially this year, and with your contract expiring after this season, would you be interested in re-signing or coming back to the organization?
It's definitely a lot of emotions and thoughts that flow through my mind. I think everything for me is so fresh. I don't know what I need and what I'm going to do, but I know that when the time comes and the opportunity, I'm going to make those decisions.
Let's rewind to the comment that sparked it all. Chiny Agumike, with her signature slide tone, smirked and said, "Lord Jesus, your team and their fans, they be getting up in everybody's business." On the surface, it seemed like just a joke.
I feel like everyone uses that, but at the same time, I feel like it's just lit. Like women's basketball, the game, how far it's come, the excitement, the attention. Maybe I'll start with you, Kels, because Lord Jesus, your team and their fans,
Jesus,
they be getting up in everybody's business. Starting with you, Kels, and then going to B and NECA. How have you guys experienced? Is there like a moment that you think of when it comes to the explosion of the game and how it has changed?
But anyone paying attention knew better. This was a direct jab at the Fever's passionate fan base, and by extension, at Caitlin Clark. The message was clear. Indiana's success was somehow an inconvenience. Their supporters were too much, and Clark's spotlight was undeserved.
Defensively, after this 2 for 11 starts, Smith open on the perimeter, and she will launch and bury it free. With Clark looking to push, cross-court pass. Ball back to Clark. She will launch and bury it.
Same tired narrative we've heard all season, just wrapped in a faux-friendly delivery.
Balance does a great job of initiating and taking the content.
It was the same tired narrative we've heard all season, just wrapped in a faux-friendly delivery. Next, voice 16. What makes this even more infuriating? Chiny Aguamike isn't just some random troll. She's a media personality with a platform. She knows exactly how her words land. Yet, instead of celebrating the Fever sold-out arenas and record-breaking ratings, she chose to frame their success as a nuisance.
Wait, hold on, Elle. I just got a text from my big sis. My answer just got personal when it comes to winners of, free agency.
Uh-oh.
She wants me to break the news.
Oh, wait.
So I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
9-time WNBA All-Star, WNBA champion, and president of the Players Association, Nneka Ogwumike, is re-signing with the Seattle Storm. This is huge. Congratulations to my big sis. Shout out to watching live and texting me live. But more importantly,